What's up, family? And welcome back to another episode of O to Behold with Camille Young. So glad to have you here on today. Yes, and to my holy rollers, hashtag holy rollers. Thank you for joining me. And to my new viewers, if this is your first time, welcome. Welcome to the O to Behold YouTube channel. And be sure to hit that subscribe button, that little red button. Hit that subscribe button and also hit the little bell so you'll know every time I upload a new video, okay? All right, and holy rollers, yes, I have your t-shirt on again today. So this is a shirt that you are able to order. So make sure you reach out to me at otobehold@gmail.com if you would like this apparel. The shirt I had on last week was another shirt for sale. So make sure you reach out at that email address. Also, if you want coaching support, I am a certified life coach. Be sure to reach out to me at otobehold@gmail.com. Don't forget again to subscribe, like, share, and comment down in that comment section. Okay. All right. So let's dive in on today's topic. All right. Today's topic is being sacrificial does not mean being a doormat. Okay? Being a sacrificial person does not mean that you have to be a doormat. And if I was forced to have to give one character quality that I would want in a friend, a companion, a mate, that one quality would be sacrificial. I would want them to be a sacrificial person. And I say that quality, and you know, for some of you, it may be other things, but when I think of sacrificial or being a person who is willing to sacrifice, so many other things, positive qualities branch off from just having that one quality. And so some things to me, when a person is sacrificial, it means that they are selfless. Okay? They don't mind putting others before themselves. They will inconvenience themselves. Okay, they esteem others higher than themselves. They are peacemakers. All right, they are self-confident. And when I say self-confident, in order for you to be sacrificial, you gotta be somebody who is okay with somebody else maybe getting the limelight or somebody else getting their needs met and you not getting yours met at that point in time. Okay? And sacrificial means love. You know, no greater love have we experienced than the love of Jesus Christ, the love of God. And we know that he sacrificed his very life for our salvation and for our redemption. And so I just feel like being a sacrificial person is like, again, if I had to just choose one, if I just had to choose, if I was forced to choose just one quality, that would be the one that I would choose, because again, there are so many other characteristics or character strengths within a person for them to be, a sacrificial person. Okay, but the other part of the topic is being sacrificial does not mean that you have to be a doormat. And a lot of times, choosing to be sacrificial, people will take advantage of that. Okay? People will take advantage of you being willing to, as I listed earlier, being selfless, inconveniencing yourself, esteeming others higher than yourself, being a peacemaker, being self-confident, showing love. Okay? People will take advantage of that. And any relationship that can survive and thrive, both people have to be willing to be sacrificial. Okay, I've heard too many times. I mean, I think every couple that I've talked to, watched on YouTube, watched on anything TV, they always say relationships take work. Okay, and I've heard people talk about you gotta die to yourself. And being sacrificial is dying to yourself. But when you are in a relationship, whether it's friendship or it's in a love relationship or marital relationship, both people, husband and wife and husband, you both have to be willing to be sacrificial. If your relationship is going to survive and thrive, okay, you got that. You want to be able to survive your relationship and thrive in your relationship. All right. And in order for that to happen, you have to be willing to be sacrificial. As I talked about last week, the high divorce rate and all that we're hearing about people within the body of Christ, people who are in the church who are being divorced. I don't know if you've heard about, Cora Jakes getting divorced. And of course, we've all heard about Devon Franklin and Megan Good getting divorced. Y'all, marriage is obviously a challenging thing, but it's a two-way street. And if both people are not willing to make the needed sacrifices in the relationship, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. And then if only one person is willing to make the sacrifice, you are now becoming a doormat in the relationship. That person is taking advantage, okay, of your sacrificial nature or your willingness, all right? Your willingness to be sacrificial, all right? And that's not a one-sided thing, all right? Because when things become one-sided, that is abuse. That is misuse, okay? That is being a doormat. And let me make this very clear. I recognize that in relationships, and speaking more specifically, even in marital relationships where you've made that lifetime commitment, there will be times when you may have to be the one to carry more sacrifice than the other person, or the other person may have to, be more sacrificial. Okay, and those are seasons within the relationship. That is not something that should be ongoing, a regular occurrence that one person is making all of the sacrifices. Okay, but life and relationships go through seasons. So there may be times where it's longer than a month, or maybe sometimes even longer than a year, where you are being the sacrificial person. Okay, but even in those situations, if the other person truly loves you and wants to make the relationship work, there should still be some level of strong communication happening, okay, during those times, all right, which can help you be more sacrificial in the situation, because this is a season in the relationship. Again, this is not ongoing for 5-10 years. This is just me talking. I know there are some of you who are still in your marriages, and you may be the only one making the sacrifice. It may be a one-sided situation, and it may have been for a long period of time. Hey, if you have the grace to endure it, so be it. So be it. Okay, I'm not going to speak against that. But what I am saying, that it is not true love, in my opinion, when the other person knowingly, their pride is causing them not to be sacrificial, okay? Their selfishness is causing them to not be sacrificial. Their lack of effective communication with you is causing you to have to be the person that's carrying the load of the sacrifice. That's not real love. That's not godly love. That's not agape love, okay? But hey, if you're able to be gracious enough to carry that load of sacrifice and your partner is not doing it, so be it. So be it. Hey, more power to you. I'm happy for you. But I know there are some of you who are just, even you may be that person who is being prideful. You're being selfish. You're not being understanding, and you're making the other partner, your other spouse, carry the load and making all of the sacrifice, or the majority of the sacrifice. All right. And that makes them a doormat. You're making them a doormat. What is a doormat? A doormat, people step all over it. It rains on it. It snows on it. Dogs poop on it. People wear their dirty shoes on it. You discard it. You discard it. You don't worry about a doormat because most of the time it sits outside with all of the elements. Okay? You don't want another person to feel like that, especially when you're in a relationship with them. You don't want them to feel like a doormat. All right? You should not do that. All right. And when you're being a doormat, that means your kindness is being taken for weakness. Okay. You're being taken advantage of. You're being or under appreciated. And that is just not how God designed marriage to be. All right. No one should be a doormat in their relationship. And I want to encourage you to really go and evaluate your relationship. Look at yourself. You may be the person that needs to make the adjustment, or the other person that you're in relationship with, your spouse or the person that you're dating, they may need to be the one to make the adjustment. But I want you to know that you are valuable and you are worth more than a dirty old doormat for somebody to misuse and unappreciate your level of sacrifice that you're bringing into their relationship. Okay? You are not a doormat. You are not a doormat. All right. And don't allow your sacrifices or the sacrifices that you're choosing to make in their relationship change who you are. Okay. Don't let it change who you are. All right. So I just want to encourage you. Don't allow the things that you're doing in your relationship to make you a doormat. Okay. Understand that it is on them. It is on the other person to rise to the occasion, to do what needs to be done to help you make that relationship work. Okay? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Oh to Behold. Again, to be sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment, and reach out to me at ohtobehold@gmail.com. I'm hoping that you're liking the new thumbnail. That is the cover. That is what the cover of my book will look like. So I'm hoping that you like that new thumbnail. But thank you again for joining me, you guys. And until next time, God bless.